I'm Jeanna Loves Christmas. We are here today creating some of my viral Easter moments for you. Spring, Easter, we are doing a little bit of everything, but this wreath, this is one of my very favorites. Did I call this rattan piece of wall art a wreath? I did. And I called it a wreath because it's interesting, and a wreath doesn't have to be made out of greenery, and it doesn't have to be even round. This happens to be round, but I like to do things where there's a point of interest and also where it can be taken apart and reused in other ways. And so this rattan wreath has been seen in many, many, many different things I've created, but today it's going to become a wreath again. And it's the sweetest wreath there is. Originally, this wreath had a beautiful cross with, it was made of resin with the purple sash ribbon on it. I don't know where it is. We have a lot of stuff. We looked through it. I cannot find it. And so we're going to use this one instead. We're improvising. It's going to be a version of my favorite. This is a piece of table decor, and this is going to go right here. Also, I know there's a command hook here. It's gonna drive me crazy, but Kyle's assured me that you don't care, so I'm going to listen to him for this moment. This is going to end up right here when I am done. I need to get my floral aspect right down here. I'm gonna do that first though. I'm using a floral cage. These are used for all different kinds of floral making. Oftentimes if you see florals on like a trellis of some sort, they make a cage. You can make them out of chicken wire and shove your foam in between. Lots of different ways to do this. This is one that I've had a long time, and I just pull it apart. There's like little doors, and you put new foam in it and then you lock it up. So I'm using this just because I want to. You could use a pool noodle. You could if you wanted to. Lots of things, but this is what I'm using. And I'm going to secure it, and it's going to live right down here. And I'm gonna do this part first because I feel like my cross is a little bit, maybe a little fragile. Last time, as we all know, I'm a little peeved about the command. I like to twist my wreath. I'm a showman, I'm a showgirl. I like to twist it, I like to make it look all wowing, and there will be none of that happening on this one right now. We're just gonna hope it doesn't fall off the wall while I'm making it. See, I'm ready for my twisting show. I'm gonna do it like this. So the cage is going to be zipped. I'm gonna use a zip tie, cable tie, zip tie, whatever you call it that. And I'm gonna do it with just the hands that God gave me and the legs. Yep, that's how I'm gonna do it. And this is going through just like a professional. One more. This isn't how I saw this going for us, but Eastering thus far has just been a little off the rails. This disc is probably one of the most asked about things during Easter time. Everything I see that's supposed to go on a wall, I look at it as what can I make with that? And then what could I do with it if I laid it this way? So if you ever come to my house for any reason, you may find a lot of things that were created for walls that I happen to set as tabletop because I find them to be so interesting. That is very secure. Nope, that's not its location. It needs to be like that. Just right off to the side. You know how I like to do it. Take the tails right off. And that is the beginning of the best wreath ever. I do love making religious Easter decor, and I do make a lot of religious Easter decor, and I'm always up for that at any time. Easter oftentimes is represented by spring. And it is spring, but it's also Easter time. And we here, it's Christmas or University. It still is Christmas or University when we're not doing Christmassy things because everything we do is rooted in Christmas. And Christmas is exciting because Christmas is a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ, and that's a very exciting, but Easter is so good. Easter is the resurrection. I mean, this is something to dance about, something to make a wreath about. It's something to get really emotional and excited about. So I urge you to make some religious Easter decor and to get really excited about Easter. I didn't think I was gonna cry, but that's the kind of girl I am. What's so exciting? It is, it's so exciting. It's like we're so excited, oh, the baby. And yes, it was Immaculate Conception, and that was pretty awesome. I mean, we don't want to steal any thunder there because Christmas is amazing, but the resurrection is just, it's a wowing thing. It deserves all the wreaths, really. Okay, so this is going right up here. I know it's not centered, and it's okay. If you want yours to be centered, do it however you want. This is only here for inspiration. This is going here now. See, I'm a showgirl. I gotta take it off. I've gotta twist it and turn it. So I ran some wire. Yes, you're gonna see that little piece of metal. Just pretend you don't. And if you can just get over it, it'll be fine. You could even like take a little brown Sharpie to it if you really must. But for the sake of this being the only thing I could get my hands on that was going to work, that's what we're doing. I'm going to twist this here so that it doesn't come apart. Here's the showman in me, here I go. And then if that was a fast video, you'd be like, oh, she's so fast. And we basically just made an ornament. And with my ornament is how we're going to get this to stay on. So I'm gonna pull this off again and I'm gonna put it right through there. Let me make sure that I like the way it's going to hang, and I do. And now you're gonna pull it through the back. One time is fine. Hold on, we're going back to this. This just works for me. One time is actually just fine, because once you get it pulled singular like one time, I'm going to take this part and I'm gonna twist it around. So I'm just gonna keep it in place. Unless you plan to take your wreath for a really wild adventure of a walk, then don't be too stressed about it. Even if this was on a door opening and closing, even if you make it gigantic, that would be so beautiful. You don't have to overexert yourself when it comes to securing it. It's on there, I'm pretty confident. Yep, boom. So easy. If you've been Eastering with me here at Christmas or University, you know that everything that I have made for Easter has a very basic concept of how it is assembled, how it is built. Nothing I create has a sense of permanence. I like to take everything apart. I like to reuse everything that I have, and I keep it for the next time I need it. I made this for you in a different colorway. There's a video on it. I just like to make things pretty, and I also like to have a lot of things at my disposal to do so, but I don't want to spend a ton of money. So everything we do is just take that apart later and make it again, because it's that easy. I actually have the original recipe. And I'm not talking about chicken. I have the original recipe that I made with this wreath, with the exception of the cross that is somewhere very safe. Nobody knows where. And so now I'm going to green the arrangement. So if you've ever done anything with florals, the first thing you would do after securing your base of how you're going to make something is you would green it. I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna start greening it, giving it lots of texture. If we were Christmasing, we're gonna go in and do a little patterning, and we're going to pattern all the way around until everything has the shape and the desire that we like. Patterning. All the base of all things are Christmassy. All things. The base of Easter is still Christmassy. It's true, right? That's where it started. I just took a very large bush and I pulled it apart to get all these little pieces. I think when all was said and done, this was created with maybe 4 little bushes. It wasn't a ton of product. Why is that important? Because then it means it didn't cost a lot. These pieces are not substantial, trust me. We are definitely pulling for straws on some of these. If you don't like where you put it, just take it out and do it again. I love the control that the floral foam gives me. I do. I know it's not everybody's first choice, but I love it. And I would reuse this piece like 4 or 5 times before I ever even thought about replacing it. It would still hold what I was gonna make. Next, I'm going to go in with some hydrangeas. I have 3 of them for this design. One of them is a little bit of sheen and sparkle in it, and I really love it. Look how beautiful this is. This pulls in all of these highlights of these lighter purples. This doesn't. It's not a lot of life. This is like the resurrected bloom. This one has way more life to it. And you may think like, that one's a little bit tacky. Is it? Not. It is the good stuff. Let's say this is my shiny ornament or my glittered ornament and this is my matte ornament. This one makes this feel more special. If I only had these, might not be as classy, but the partnership feels beautiful and it feels special. I also am gonna add these because I'm using a different cross. And I felt like with this cross, we needed a little bit of a lighter color. It is like shopping for a Christmas tree. And that means that if you walk through an aisle, and you're pulling pieces and you're pulling colors together. If you're walking through and you put things together and you say, that looks good, it does. And if you put something in your recipe and you're like, that's just not it, then it's not it. You don't have to put that much thought into it because not a real flower. It's not somebody's wedding centerpiece, even though as I was just assembling this, I thought, if I was doing an Easter wedding, I would be using this for the centerpiece or for the bouquet. I'm gonna actually walk the aisle with it when we're done so you can get that visual, and I'm not the only one who has it. But when you're creating, if you're walking through and saying, nope, we're vibing, we're vibing, we're vibing, then you're vibing and just keep moving with it. Don't overthink it. We don't ever have time to overthink. I'm gonna put my special one right up here. And I pulled the leaves off the hydrangea, but I did leave one of them here. And I'm going to have this one trailing down right here. Can you imagine me as a real florist? The hands are heavy, so pretty. Okay, I love that. Next, let's bring these beauties in because I already just went and touched them and now I can't stop thinking about them. I have no idea what this is, but this is a wild texture. It's pretty, it's good, it's interesting, and that's what you're looking for when you're designing anything. What's interesting, what's pretty? Could that look like a real flower? I don't know. Did I wear a shirt to match it? Yes, I did, because it's all about the details. I mean, that's good right there. 100% love this and I couldn't love it more. Kind of intentionally not going too high up around my crosses. I'm going to build a bit around them, like a cozy little situation, but I don't want to overpower them. Not that I could even if I tried. I love that, and I'm going to stop there. I might bounce back, but I want to get everything distributed. What would we call this? Do we think it's lavender? It's lavender. We're going with lavender. Also matches my shirt. We're gonna put some of this in. It's gonna create really pretty texture. Oh yeah, love that. How can something so pretty come together so quickly? But it does every time. I had a question, how do I store my Christmas decor? And I thought that was interesting, but she said, how do you store your Christmas decor? And then how do you store your other decor, like for other seasons? Christmas is, at this point, all stored by color. Now, if it's a design, if it's one tree and the same exact tree goes up every year, that whole tree is put in the same box. If you're just storing your things because you want to know next year, oh, I want to switch it up. If you're going to do like blue and burgundy, you don't need to bring home your gold ornaments. So you just leave those at storage or wherever you're keeping them. That would be the benefit of keeping your things separated when you're building like your own inventory. Now for seasonal, the flowers are stored by color. So I just built something in yellows and oranges. This is the box for that. I have a box for purple, and all the purple just came out of it. Season, so like Easter is a little bit of a mishmash. St. Patrick's Day's got one box. Okay, I'm not Irish, I just do it for you. So seasons and things like that would be stored for the season. But anything that could be used year round or for different reasons, they are stored by color. It's like shopping your own store, and it's exciting. And I don't know why all of a sudden that felt like an important thing for me to talk about, but she's getting organized. In spring, she's spring cleaning, so it was a very good lesson for university today. What in the cuteness is this? Those are just so cute. These are so pretty. Just a little bit of something. And when they go in, you'll be like, oh, we needed that. And we did. Put a little bit over there. These like little, I don't know what this is. It's like tree flocking on a little wildflower stem. That's what I think it is. But it's pretty, brings in a little bit of a pretty tone. Not used in a big group, because that feels aggressive to me. But sprinkled in, gives it some dimension, and that's nice. I love, my video is all over the map today. I was like, I love a good bartender who measures with their heart, and I like to decorate with my heart. I'm not really paying that much attention to the recipe as a whole as much as where my heart says, no, you have enough there. That feels good, keep moving forward. And I encourage you to do the same. That feels pretty. I desperately want to use this, but okay, all the little paper parts were coming off. Sometimes you reuse your stuff so much, you're not gonna get more out of it. Okay, we're going to bring in this beauty. It's called an anemone. I was right. I was like, but that sounds like something from the sea, and we just looked that up really quick, and it is what it's called. But this is so pretty, and it brings out, like, that just changed the whole mood of this. But I feel like we needed it with this cross. This cross needed this. I pulled off 2, and then I left these 2 connected. And so I'm gonna do 2 and 2. I have my eyes closed right now because I can't see in there, and I know where I want it to go. So I'm feeling my way with my eyes closed. So if you are ever trying to do something and you just can't get it because you can't see it, stop trying to look, because when you close your eyes and you're only using your fingertips, everything makes more sense in your brain. Trust me on that one. Decorating by blind faith, that's what it is. Okay, we're gonna add a few of these up here. Just being mindful of my shape, just doing whatever feels good. I don't remember what the original looked like. I haven't seen it in a while. Does this what it look like? I don't know. I'm gonna bring in one more hydrangea down here. We're definitely at the part of the party where the floral cage is full, so you have to work your way in there. Going in for some final little details. Pulling some things out, loosening some things up. Some pretty lavender, just because I like it, so we're gonna use that. This would be the portion, like you put a little lavender essential oil on this, make it smell good. Every time somebody comes in your house and they'll question why your wreath smells good, you can quote Legally Blonde, because it's purple and it's scented. Just kidding, pink. Love thy neighbor, love thy anemone. I feel like you've been asking me to make wreaths since the day I met you, and I have yet to do it. This is our very first time wreath making together. And now you know why, because wreath making with me is a little bit like hanging out with me. It's a little chaotic, it's a little unconventional, and there's just a lot of emotion running through it. Everything I do with love, and I love nothing more than creating with you. Thank you for Christmasing and Eastering with me today. Subscribe, because there's so much more to come. Easter wedding. Do you see it? I mean, if somebody does it, I want to see. We could do it. We could do it. It could just have the blooms. There's something here. Do, 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 do.